Hey recruiting folks, welcome to Talent on Tap 2018. It's going to be an incredible year. We had the good fortune of going out and surveying 9,000 of you talent acquisition professionals to hear what's on people's minds as we kick off this new year. 4 things came back hot. One was diversity, which is on everyone's mind, trying to crack the nut in terms of what we can do to make our workforce the most diverse and the most effective. Second is reinventing the interview process. Lots of ideas on how to change things, shorten things, adjust things, humanize things in the interview process. Data continues to be a huge topic for people and how we can elevate our professional talent acquisition. And then finally, artificial intelligence is on everyone's mind. First topic on our list, diversity. Here on LinkedIn's recruiting team, it is an absolute priority for us. And some of the big things on our mind are A, understanding how big some of these talent pools are that we want to attract and pursue, interview, and hire. B, making sure that the organization, hiring managers, interviewers really understand their own biases and unconscious biases that they may bring to the assessment process. And then C, making sure that we're being as authentic as we can about the culture that we have here at the company. Some things that were top of mind for folks is diversity as a way to change and improve and evolve companies' culture. How to improve company performance. Our philosophy here is that if we want to have the best possible products and services, we must have an employee base that is representative of our members. And our members of LinkedIn come from every corner of the planet and all walks of life. So similarly, a lot of our recruiting folks that we surveyed really want to make sure that their company's performance is improved by having the most diverse talents. And then finally, it really has a lot to do with customers. Does your employee base reflect the customers that you serve? Pretty much universally across the globe, this topic seems to be critical for most organizations. There's a variety of points of view. Gender and gender balance seems to be something that everyone is focused on, and obviously things like ethnic diversity, focusing on people with disabilities. Here in the States, veterans of the military continue to be areas that most companies are trying to focus on and build pipelines into those various communities. The second big topic is reinventing the interview process. We all got to take this seriously. Why? Because it's kind of a disaster when you spend about 20 hours of company time interviewing someone. Do we really need to spend that much time? Do candidates really need to meet with 10 or 12 people? I think not. Why? Because there's a lot of tools, data, information out there that can drive a tremendous amount of efficiency. Think about the hundreds, thousands of hours of time that employees spend interviewing. What if you gave that time back to, say, the engineering team to build better products or salespeople to go sell? Second is there's obviously a cost savings if you drive down the time it takes to interview. And then third, I think candidate experience can be boosted tremendously. If you've ever been on an interview, you need to come back 3 or 4 or 5 times and meet more and more and more people. It's exhausting and fatiguing. So this is a great opportunity for all of us to improve the way that we interact with our candidates. Number 3 on the list for 2018 is data. At this point, data is almost sounding cliche, but let's be clear, data is absolutely critical. Why is it critical? Because all of us in recruiting have been pounding the table trying to elevate what we do and be more strategic. Well, now there is data everywhere, and we need to embrace it and use it in a way to impact the business, get better results, and drive productivity and efficiency for us, for our teams. So a couple questions that I ask you is, do you bring data to every single meeting you go to? Whether it's one bullet point, a whole bunch of data, ask yourself, no matter where you are on your recruiting team, whether you're first year recruiting or you've been doing this 20 years, how much data and insight do you bring into your hiring managers, your partners in the business, interviewers, etc. Make sure that you're getting your arms around data. A couple things we do here at LinkedIn around data, you might have heard about it before, but our theory is never cold contact anyone. Why? Because do you like getting cold call or cold contact? I surely don't. And most of the outreaches I get that are cold are frankly awful. But the good news is there's data everywhere. We found that when you take the time to find something in the data that's going to improve your chances to outreach to a candidate and get a positive response, you must use it. The number one piece of data that's overlooked is finding a warm connection to a candidate that you want to recruit. We found that by simply using that warm outreach, by citing, hey, Susie, John thought you'd be fantastic at LinkedIn, we saw our response rates jump from 28% to 85%. So data is available everywhere. LinkedIn is building some awesome products related to leveraging data and insights in all the work we do in talent. And finally, everyone's talking about AI and what the heck artificial intelligence is going to be doing to our jobs in recruiting. My take is, if you are incredibly strong at storytelling, if you can build a great candidate experience, create human connection, negotiate, close, your future as a recruiter is very bright. If you are someone who processes and administrates, you're probably going to be challenged in your future because AI will be replacing some of the processes that we do manually today. So it's a very exciting time. I think the good news, it's also going to make our profession much more impactful. And some things that are going on that I think are really neat are a lot of automation at the top of funnel. Here at LinkedIn, one of the big things we're trying to solve is we get hundreds of thousands of applicants. How can we use artificial intelligence and automation to have machines take a pipe from, say, 100,000 candidates down to the best 2,000? We believe that AI and automation can help with that process. So those are 4 of the hotter topics for 2018. Here's what I know, is that the world of talent acquisition is changing. And it is probably the biggest call to leadership that you as a recruiter may ever have in your career. Think about it, the impact you can have through hiring more diverse talent, changing the way that you engage candidates through the interview process, leveraging data to have this seat at the table that all of us have been begging for years, and then finding some of the most exciting technology anywhere with the advent of all things artificial intelligence. It couldn't be a better time to be in our profession. So stay tuned. We're going to be bringing some guests talking further about the topics we just discussed. And if you haven't had a chance to check out this year's trends, you can click on the link below and get a copy for yourself. Looking forward to seeing you in 2018.